Welcome to Trading Nation. I'm Courtney Reagan. Well, let's take a look at the tech sector. Feeling some heat over the last few sessions, but still trading at its highest premium to the overall market since 2009. That's according to a new analysis from Bank of America. Let's bring in the Trading Nation team for more on the tech sector. Phil Streible is with RJO Futures. David Seaburg is with Cowen and Company. Phil, let's start with you and sort of get your overall view of what's going on in the tech sector. Is it causing any concern for you, seeing how far valuation has been a little stretched here?
You know, despite the recent weakness here, I still think strong growth is going to occur in the tech sector. I think it'll continue to outperform the broad market here. And really, I think that as a defensive play, the way investors could start to look at this is they can look at being long the tech sector in general because of the strong performance. However, look at a defensive play in the overall general market. What you want to look at is some of those recent breakdowns, 2,700 in the S&P, 2,650 and 2,520. The way someone would play it is they would scatter out protective puts throughout there. So if there is any weakness in the tech sector, it really should expose the overall weakness in the total market here. And by having those protections in place, you're really going to protect yourself on a downside. In worst case, tech continues to rally on, the puts go worthless, and you're long one of the outperformers in the market.
So tech's up here about 7% year to date. What do you think, David? You have some individual names that you're interested in playing. What about Facebook?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's shed some value in the last couple of days. Is it time to get in, or are you walking away?
I think you could trade it. I wouldn't jump in from a long-term perspective here, in that story. I do think it's a trust issue. I think it's going to take time to shake out. I think it probably won't have a material impact over the near term, over the next several quarters on earnings. It probably does have an impact, not a material impact. So therefore, I don't think the wheels are going to fall off the truck, if you will. I do believe that the sentiment has shifted completely in the stock. So I think that you have to be very cautious. You'll probably get, lower levels, if you will, to buy the stock. And I think you just have to be tactical. Tech overall, I agree. I think that you're better off sort of taking a wait-and-see approach. I think valuations have gotten a little bit extended, a lot extended in certain scenarios, but the growth is there to support it over the long term. But I think there's some headwinds. We got 301 coming out. Who knows what that sort of does to the technology tape, which has been super crowded. You could see some, either profit taking or money come out of tech into some more industrial names or financials by the generalists. So when I look at tech, I'd say on a pullback, what would some names I'd buy? I'd buy, CRM on a pullback. I think it's a great story, and I think it's a name that's going to continue to work. We'll see what Micron earnings look like. I think Micron earnings should be relatively good. If there's any pullback at all off the quarter, you could take a look at a Micron. I think that an Amazon on weakness is also a name that you could buy and be pretty comfortable with, given the fact that the investments they're making are showing up in the top line. It's not about earnings right now with Amazon. It's about their investments and absolutely showing up in the top line from a growth perspective.
Picking up on some notes of caution from you both, but we have some good advice if you want to dabble in tech. Thanks so much, Phil and David, for being here today with us on Trading Nation. Thank you for joining us. I'm Courtney Reagan. We'll see you next time.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.